My guest here this morning here is Justin Sartori. You're the you're the president board of directors at the APL.
Yes.
And we're glad, is that correct? I got
That's
you right.
correct.
We're glad to have you here today, and I'm sure Pat would love to discuss things with you too, because I know the AM Live show, I mean, from things I've heard, they love animals. And they even had a couple of animal rescues, I guess you'd call it, lost pets. People call in and, they find them, and so people love animals that watch the AM Live show. So I'm glad to have you here today, Justin. What would you like to talk about today, or what's on your mind?
Well, first off, thanks for having us.
Sure.
We're glad to be here.
No problem.
We've got a lot of big things coming up. The APL, we've got some new personnel involved, so we're trying to make some big changes.
Oh, okay.
We've got a lot of big events here coming up. Of course, we are in a contest with Nassif Auto Group, as well as Goodwill of Northeast Ohio and Northwest Pennsylvania, and the food pantries for Ashtabula County. We are giving away a 2013 Hyundai Accent.
Wait a minute. There's a car, a 2013 relatively new car being given away in this contest? What's going on? What do you mean?
The car is brand new.
Oh my goodness.
It's a promotion with Nassif Auto Group, of
Okay.
course, and it's a Donate to Win campaign. So the whole premise is, if you bring in a bag of donations for either Goodwill, the food pantries, or the APL, we're going to give you a ticket to win that car. So what will happen is there's 8 different areas where you can drop off your donations.
So you can donate to any one of the 3. What are the 3 again?
It's Goodwill
All right.
of Northeast Ohio, Northwest PA, the food pantry system for Ashtabula County, which is Country Neighbor, and then of course the APL.
Or all 3, or any one of the 3, and there's 8 locations, and like each donation counts for an entry kind of a thing to any one of those places?
If you bring in a bag of, canned goods for the food pantry, they're going to give you a ticket. If you bring in some dog food for us, we'll give you a ticket. If you take some old clothes into Goodwill, they're going to give you a ticket.
Well, since so many folks, you're here today, you're the one that's here, let's just talk APL. What kind of things might you like to see? Obviously you think food, but donation, what would you like to see come in so people that love pets and want to help the animals in a way and even get a ticket for this contest, what might you want to get out there?
Some of the main things we need, things that we're using on a daily basis, we're talking about bleach, laundry detergent, of course, dry dog food and cat food, Purina brand preferably, and any kind of canned dog or cat food. Some other odds and ends, latex gloves, we go through a lot of those
I imagine for the cleaning and everything.
Yes.
But bleach, I never see bleach wouldn't even enter my mind, but obviously for cleaning purposes.
Yes.
So all those things would be useful to you, and folks can bring in, what do they need? You say a bag is an entry, kind of like a few items in a bag.
Yeah, if you bring in a
for
few
all
items,
that.
we're going to give you a ticket
Now
to
what,
win the car.
all right, they donate to you or one of the other places. How long is the contest running, and what happens? How does it go?
Okay, so if you bring in your donation, we're going to give you a ticket. At the end of April, each of the locations is going to draw 2 tickets.
Okay.
So there will be 16 finalists.
Okay, there'll be 16 finalists
Yes.
from the people that have donated.
Yes.
All right.
Those 16 finalists on May 3rd will go to Nassif Auto out in Jefferson.
In Jefferson, okay.
And one of those 16 people is
Oh my word, they'll have like
walk
a
out of
key
there
or
with a
something
car.
like that?
Correct,
Oh
yes.
my. So if you're one of the 16, you have the chance at that car.
Yeah.
But you know what? Donating to the worthy causes is good anyway, but it's kind of just a little incentive and a ticket for each one. So that's pretty neat. So that goes on through April.
Yes.
And then the winning happens on May 3rd, like
May
you
3rd.
said.
Yep.
Well,
Even
that's
if you
pretty
don't
neat.
win the car, you're still going to get a good prize bag.
Oh, that's cool. Neat.
Everybody's
so
a winner.
We can do it to the APL again, the County Neighbor Food Program, and then the Goodwill. Any of those places. Now, do you, in your head, you probably don't know all 8 locations, but can you throw some of them at us where we can do these donations?
Of
Or
course.
maybe you do know them all.
We're going to find out
All
how
right.
many I know. Of course, you can do the APL. That's on Green Road. You can do any of the Goodwills. There's one in Erie, Andover, Madison, Ashtabula Harbor. You can also do the food pantry in Orwell, Country Neighbor.
Okay.
And either of the Nassif locations, you can do the Honda showroom in Ashtabula, and you can do the big showroom out
So
in
the 2
Jefferson.
Nassifs, I live near one of those, so
Yes.
that's pretty I can do right there. Great. Well, that's kind of neat. Good grief. Get a good feeling of helping some people or animals that need some help and possibly be entered into the contest to win a car. That's amazing. So that's kind of neat. That's one thing going on.
Yes.
What else is happening out there now?
Well, another big thing we got going, April 5th at the Saybrook Banquet Center, we're going to have our first ever reverse raffle dinner.
Really?
Yes.
So tell us what's April 1st?
That's April 5th.
5th,
It's
and
a
that's
Saturday.
a Saturday. Okay, times and what do we need to do?
Tickets are $60 for a couple. That'll include your dinner, drinks, DJ, and entry at our main board auction, which the winner will take home $1,500.
Really?
Yes.
What a prize.
Yes. We'll also have some sideboard raffles. We've got a huge basket auction as well as a silent auction. We've got a Loge to the Indians. We've got an autographed Joe Thomas football. We've got a ton of stuff that we're going to give away, and all the money that we raise is going to go right back to our animals.
Really? How? All right, this is April 5th, Saturday.
Yes.
What time does it start again? Like, is it?
Doors will open at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And that's at the Saybrook Banquet
I was
Center.
going to say Saybrook Banquet
Yes.
Center,
It's on
April the
North
5th.
Road.
When do you need to get tickets by, and how do we get them?
Well, you better get your ticket now. We're running low. We're only selling 200 of them.
Oh, it's a limited number?
Yes. You've
Okay.
got a 1 in 200 shot of winning the money. Tickets are available. You can go to our website for more information, or you can stop by the shelter and pick up a ticket there during normal
And you say
business
$60 for a couple to go. Now singles can buy. Is there another
Singles
price?
can buy a
30?
ticket as well.
Okay, just
Same
want to make
price.
sure you can do that. But $60 for your dinner, DJ, food, and the entry, and the boards will all be there for the, you know, that you want to have fun
Yes.
with that reverse
Yep.
raffle. $1,500 prize.
Yep. Also giving away an iPad Mini. We've got a real nice Keurig coffee machine if you like to drink some coffee.
No, nobody likes coffee in the Keurig machines. No, they're not popular right now. Of course, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. And this is your first one you've ever done.
Yes, we're trying to come up with some different ideas. You know, our Boo Wow Walk in October, that's, you know, hands down our biggest fundraiser. Last year we made $22,000 from that.
Good.
So we wanted to try and come up with an idea of an event that we could do in the spring that would rival the Boo Wow Walk. So we're hoping this is going to be that
So
event.
the first, hopefully, of many, and
Yes,
hopefully that
yes.
it's very successful for you. So, all right, we got, good grief, contests related to donations for a car possibility of a win there through NASIF. Then you've got the May 5th Saturday dinner and the music and the sideboards and the $1,500 prize to raise some funds. What are some what's going on at the APL right now? Like how are your numbers and animals, and how's things with, you're trying to obviously get people to adopt pets and so forth. How are things going with that? What kind of number, are you full? Are you semi-full? How are things right now?
Things are going good. I mean, we're always full.
Okay.
Right now, we've probably got anywhere between about 110 to 120 dogs, and we've probably got about 120 to 130 cats.
Really? Now, is that a normal number, or is that pretty high for you all, or what?
You know, it's...
It sounds high to me, but I'm not sure what you consider a full load.
I'm not going to call it normal because, I mean, technically our numbers are supposed to be 80 dogs and 70 cats.
Okay.
But when you consider what goes on in Ashtabula County, we have a lot of lost pets. We have a lot of people that have encountered some financial difficulty. For whatever reason, they've got to bring us their pet. So at least for the last 2 years, those numbers have sort of become our new normal. So,
Okay.
you know, we're full, but we're not at panic mode yet.
Not panic mode, but all right. I'm new to the APL. I don't know much about it. My family's looking to get pets. What's the process if you want to run me through wanting to get a dog or cat for a family pet or whatever, and I want to use the APL as my source because you've got a lot of animals there that you're liking to adopt out. What do I need to do, like from top to bottom? How does that work?
Well, the first thing you can do, you can always look on our website. You can see all the animals.
What is
we
that site,
have.
by the way? Where would I find that?
www.acapl.org.
So www.ac, is that for Ashtabula County, apl.org, O-R-G.
Yes.
I go there, and what do I find on that site? Is it easy to navigate? What am I going to find there?
Very easy to navigate. You can go in, you can look at our adoptable dogs and cats. It'll give you all the animals we have that are up for adoption. It'll give you a couple pictures, maybe even a video on some of them, give you a nice little description about the dog or cat's personality. So you know, you can start your search there, see what we've got, maybe kind of make a list of a few you'd like to come in and see. Then you can stop in the shelter anytime we're open and go in and see the pets. You know, if it's a dog and the weather's nice, you can take them outside. We've got a big, huge fenced-in play area.
Okay.
Kind of get to know the pet, see how it interacts with you.
Kind of find one that matches,
Right.
work with your family kind
Right.
of a thing.
You know, so say you find someone that you like, we've got a one-page application. You fill that out, a few questions from our adoptions counselor, everything's good to go. You're taking your pet home that day.
And just is the costs, or what might I need to have as far as costs?
Depending on the animal, dogs that are considered puppies, which are 6 months and under, those are
Okay.
$150. But they're going to come out of their spayed or neutered, up to date on their shots.
I was going to ask you, they're okay, so they're already spayed, neutered, and you have the vets already check
Yes.
them out, and they
Yep.
got their shots they need.
Yep, they're ready to roll.
Okay.
We've got a vet on staff, so everyone's ready to go.
That's good to know.
And then you're going to get your county dog license, of course, if you
Okay.
live within the county here. Dogs older than 6 months, those are $90, and cats are $70, or you can get two for $100 because cats go good in a pair.
They go because like let them play with each
Yes,
other a little bit,
exactly.
kind of a thing. So you're in the hundreds on both animals right
Yes.
at this particular time. What are main hours of operation? When can people come see things? You know, when are you open, and how do they contact you? Maybe that's a good way to start.
All right. Well, we're closed on Mondays and Wednesdays, but on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we're there from 1 o'clock until 6 o'clock.
Okay.
And Saturday, we're there from 1 to 5.
Okay, is there a number you can call? Maybe you have a voicemail. Can somebody call in if even
Sure.
off times, or what number should somebody call?
If you call during business hours, someone's going to answer the phone. They'll be able to answer any of your questions, and that number is 224-1222. And of course, you can always check our website for information as well.
Okay, and that was the www.acapl.org.
Yes.
And so all the animals are there, just updated, and you got pictures and photos of the dogs, the cats.
Yep.
Any particular, I don't know, did you see they get adopted out? Are all breeds popular? Does some seem to be, I don't know if popular is the right word. We have a cat at home right now. Big, old, fluffy, orange cat called Pumpkin. My little son named her Pumpkin, and we love her to death. She, a little feisty once in a while, but that's all right. Cats are cats. They like themselves anyway. They don't care if we're around as long as food, water, and the box is fixed up for them. You know how that is. But any particular type seem popular? Just it's whatever the family is. It could be any type for that family, or do you have a popular breed or type of animal? Does that matter at all? What do you find?
There's kind of a myth that, you know, if you go to a shelter, all you're going to get is mutts and
Like
big
the scrubs
black
or
dogs.
something?
Right.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, that's not true. We get every kind of dog breed imaginable that you can think of. German Shepherds, Labradors, Poodles. You know, you'd be amazed at what you see come through our doors. So if you're looking for a specific dog, give it a little bit of time, you'll probably see it come through there. But, you know, some of the more popular ones, and I think those are just some of the more popular breeds in general, you know, Labs, Black Labs, Chocolate Labs,
Okay.
of course, German Shepherds, you know, dogs like that are popular, and, you know, they're always going to be popular.
All right. And I'm asking you the basic questions. How do animals get to you guys? How do you get, you know, the strays, or how do you get animals ready for adoption? How are they coming to you?
Well, they can come to us through a couple of different ways. First off, we are the default holding facility for animal control agencies within the county. So we're talking about the county dog warden.
So if somebody says, I see a dog running in our neighborhood, nobody recognizes it, and they have to call the warden, and he catches the animal, they would bring it to you first, and then you have a little waiting period to see if there is an owner or tags on it or something like that. What if it's tagless? What happens? I mean, there's nothing to mark who it belongs to. What happens?
Okay, so the first thing that happened, you know, animal control, bring an animal in, we're going to scan it for a microchip.
Oh, okay.
Microchips are a big thing now. If you adopt a pet from us, it's coming out of their microchip.
It's already got one.
That pet's going to be linked to you. So if it were to get loose and show up at a local vet or back at our facility or any animal control facility, they're going to scan it for a
Where
microchip.
do you put that, if I can ask?
Kind of right in the middle of the back.
Really?
Almost looks like a little grain of rice. Just
And it's just under the skin so far, and that just will give all the pertinent info to the owner and all that kind of thing.
You know, it's going to come back with a number. You can look that up on the computer, and that number is going to link it to
So high-tech APL, there we go.
Yes.
So you guys would do, all right, if it doesn't have anything with it, you'd see if it had one already.
Right.
Let's say this poor animal doesn't have any of those tags or physical tags, what would happen then?
Which is kind of the case. We do see that a lot. So every animal that comes in, it's going to get an initial examination. We're going to check, see if it's spayed or neutered.
Okay.
We're going to update it on all its shots. And by law, we have to hold that animal for 72 hours. So, you know, what we'll do is we'll hold it for 72 hours.
And that's like, I might call and say, hey, did you guys happen to get my dog? It's this color, it's this size, I can identify it or whatever.
Yep.
And if it's mine, I probably have to come get it. I understand that.
Yes.
But after 72, it's like in the APL's care to go ahead and adopt out at that point, or what happens?
Yes. After that 72 hours, the dog then becomes ours, so it's ready to be adopted. So what we'll do is, you know, we'll continue updating all its shots and everything. If it's not spayed or neutered, we'll have our veterinarian take a look at it, get it squared away, spayed and neutered. Then, you know, our staff's going to evaluate it to see what its personality's like, see if it gets along with other dogs, other cats, things like that. And, you know, within a week or two, it's ready to go and be adopted.
We want a family pet for our kids, for ourselves, for companionship, for love. You know, that two-way love animals can give you many times. You just enjoy it. Why is the APL good for that? And tell me, why are you a good source to get those family pets like that compared to going out and spending hundreds and maybe thousands of dollars? Give me your side of things on that.
Right. Like I said earlier, people are under the myth that when you come to the APL, all we've got is big black dogs and mutts, and that's not true. We get every kind of breed that you can imagine. German Shepherds, Labs, anything. And the thing is, if you want to get it yourself, say you want a poodle, and you're going to go out to a breeder to pick that poodle up, you're going to pay a large amount of money, $800, maybe
We've got a call, Justin, if you don't mind. You might take. I didn't even mention our number today, 593-718. But let's see what this caller has to say. Good morning. You are on AM Live with Justin.
Yes, this is Patty Ranamacky calling.
Good morning. You're on AM
I
Live.
have questions that I need.
Hello.
I have a
Hi, this is Jim on AM Live. You're on the show.
I took in last winter.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Okay, let me shut my TV off.
There we go. I can hear you now. Yep, you're on AM Live with Justin from the APL.
Okay. I have a stray cat that I took in last winter because I felt sorry for it, not knowing that she was pregnant. So I have the mother cat and babies. She has 5 of them. Yeah, I think 5 of them. And they're ready to go, but I don't know where to or how to, because I'm a senior citizen at Mobile Grove, and I have no transportation to take them out to ACL. Do they come and pick them up?
I'm sure we could make some arrangements with you. In situations where people have some animals that they'd like to turn over to us, we'd ask that you'd call the shelter. And
What's your number again, please?
It's 224-1222, and you can make an appointment to turn those animals over to us. And we'll be able to work out all the logistics of picking up those animals from you.
That number one more time, please.
It's 224-1222.
Okay, they are litter box trained and ready to go.
That's great. Yeah, if you just call in.
Best thing for her is to call your number then
yes,
at this point?
Our staff will be able to set up an appointment with you, and they'll take care of everything from there.
Will they come out here to the house and see them and take them that day?
We should be able to make some arrangements for that to happen. Sometimes it won't be that day. Generally, with appointments, we're about 2 weeks behind.
Okay, I was just wondering, because sooner the better, because I can't afford to
Sure.
keep feeding and taking care of all these. I have one of my own, and I wanted to also make an appointment to have her neutered.
All right, well, call that number, 224-1222, as soon as you can, and let's get that ball rolling. Thank you very much for your call.
122?
Yeah, 224-1222.
Okay, got it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Well, there you go. There was somebody listening in and
Yes.
found some animals and even had a pregnant one. That happens,
Yes,
I'm sure, often.
it does.
All right,
It
well,
does.
go ahead with, we were talking about the value of a pet from the APL, and, you were kind of going on that line before the call came in.
Yes. So, if you want one of these purebred dogs, you could go out and pay anywhere from $800 to $1,000 for this dog. And it might not even be spayed or neutered yet. It may not be up to date on its shots. If you come out to the APL, we're going to have the same kind of dogs that you're looking for everywhere else. These dogs are going to be spayed or neutered, up to date on their shots. They're even going to be microchipped. And you're going to get your dog for under $150, depending on its age. It can be even cheaper than that. The value there is just paramount as compared to.
Well, you're
trying
talking
to get an
especially
animal
for the
from somewhere
family
else.
pet.
Right.
Like we're looking, man, our family needs a dog, or we need a couple of cat. Like you said, pairs are good sometimes because they'll play with each other and that. It's time for the kids to learn some responsibilities of taking care of animals.
Right.
I mean, all those little things
Yes.
you want to do in a family life, or even sometimes a single person loves to have that pet for the companionship, whatever. And you're a good source to start with. Hey, check the website out again. You can go to www.acapl.org, and all your animals are online there.
Yes.
You can call 224-1222 to actually contact the APL. At least get the ball, give it a shot and an opportunity to look there as one of your sources.
Right.
Excuse me. So what else would you like to, we got on a number of different topics here. What else would you like to bring to the table today while you're here, Justin?
Well, we've got a big 5K race coming up as well.
Really?
Like I said, we've got a ton of things going on.
Yeah.
So we've got our first annual Ferocious 5K race.
Wait, what? A Ferocious 5?
Ferocious, yes, yes.
All right, what's that about?
It's going to be a 5K race. It's going to be a 1 mile fun run for the kids and also a 1 mile walk for anyone that,
Probably
isn't
folks
quite in
like
that.
me, yeah.
Yeah, me and you, we're going to do the walk. That also is on May 3rd. That's at the shelter. That's going to kick off there. We're going to take you out on the route. To
Really?
do the 5K race. Yep, and we're going to bring you back to the shelter. So
On the 3rd of May, you say, now is there an entry fee and all this, or what? How do you get involved in that? Call the APL, or how do you get into that? I want to be in the 5K. What do I do?
we're going to send you to the website. You
Oh,
can print
okay.
your registration right off of there and mail it in. The registration fee is $20. And that's going to get you a t-shirt as well. But the kicker is this race is part of the Ashebula Distance Runners Club Grand Prix Series for those of you that are in that.
Oh, I know a guy that does that
Yep.
on the radio that I used to work with.
You can come out and run the race and get your points for that as well.
Cool.
So it should be a good event.
So that's the 3rd.
Correct.
Need to have entries by, I'm assuming, before
We'd
end
like
of
to have
April
those
kind of
before
thing.
the end of April so we know
And you
how
can
many
do that
t-shirts we
online.
get.
So that's again the
Correct.
www.acapl.org.
Yes.
And the registration form for that ferocious 5K,
5K, yes.
is online. That's
Yep.
great too. So we've had, let's see, a contest with NASA for a 2013 Hyundai, did you say?
Yes.
And that's for donations to the APL, the Food Pantry, the Country Neighbor, or you can, to the Goodwill. Each bag of stuff that you bring in is like an entry. You can bring
Yes.
more than one and get a ticket for each load that you bring in, is what you're saying.
You can, or if you got a lot of stuff, you can come in every day.
Man,
and
that's
buy.
amazing. And then the tickets are down to 16 finalists, and then one of the 16 is going to have that car.
Yes.
And then you got your Ferocious 5K May 3rd, and I think May 5th was what is that again?
April 5th.
April 5th.
April,
Well, that's coming
yep.
very soon.
Yep, right around the corner. That's going to be our first ever reverse raffle.
First reverse raffle. So, is there information on that on the site as well?
As well. All the
Okay.
information for everything we've got going on, even some other events further down the road, you can find that all on the website.
That's fantastic. Justin, thank you so much for joining us today on AM Live. Sorry Pat couldn't be here with us today, but I was glad you were able to make it in and have a chat with you.
Thank you.
Folks,
Thank you.
again, when you're thinking about pets for the family, make your first thought APL. Shots, neutered, spayed, ready to go for you. You'll find that one that you love there. Call 224-1222 or go to the website www.acapl.org.